All right.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Monday Night Solution. I'm here with my friend and partner, Paul Andriadis. Hey, we have a special guest today, Senior Director Tom Young. How you doing, Tom?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Good, good.
Awesome, awesome. So, Paul, you want to start us off today? You got something you want to talk about?
Yeah, I had a informative phone call yesterday, which I appreciate that because people were saying that my videos weren't really me, and I'm not. I'm up for constructive criticism. So, I kind of got to tone it down a little bit. Maybe I've been too aggressive because this is fairly new to me. Yes, I've been doing the business for a year now, and I'm still learning. So, so it's not for everybody, but like I got to change my approach a little bit and just maybe listen a little bit more. And it might not be an option for everybody, but at least if I can reach out to people and help them, inspire them to do whatever it is in life. It doesn't necessarily need to be the business, but even today I reached out to a few people, and the one lady said, thank you, Paul, because I needed that today. Like, she was having a bad day, and just by my little text kind of, motivated her and inspired her. So that's all I'm here to do, just to motivate, inspire people, and just, whatever they're planning on doing, whether it's they love what they're doing, hopefully they love what they're doing and they're happy. That's all. So.
Well, to your credit, Paul, I think a lot of that has to do with your vision, of the potential of what you have in front of you and the opportunity that you have, and just your excitement, for your future. So I think that's kind of, maybe a little bit of it too, you know what I mean, as far as what you're talking about, so, I commend you on what you're saying and everything. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, we have Tom on. He's like we said, senior director with Stream. So he's just going to talk a little bit about basically why he joined and what it has done for him and his family. So,
Tom. How you doing, Tom?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Good, good. So right. How long you been in the business now?
5.5 years. I got started March 2012.
Awesome.
All right, cool.
So tell me a little bit about yourself and what you've been doing with Stream and how has it worked for you?
All right, I'll start from the time that I got started with Stream back in 2012. I had a friend of mine call me up who is a local business owner, and he said, Tommy, I got something you got to see. He said, there's a way to make, a lot of money. You're always skeptical, but I said to him, all right, so let me check it out. He was already a self-made millionaire, or had a business that was doing $1 million over a year in business. So I figured, all right, if he thinks I need to check this out, I'm going to look at it. I actually went to a hotel meeting the very next night and saw the Stream opportunity. And even before the presentation was done, I was already hitting my buddy's knee as we were sitting there, asking him, how do I get started? And he said, well, let the guy at least finish his presentation first. So, and the reason I wanted to get started so quickly is because throughout my years of being involved in my family's business, I've had dozens of people bring me different things to try. Another one was Market America, just different companies like that, where there was always some sort of product to sell to earn money. And I said no to every single one of them, because during the day I had to sell a product with my regular job to earn money, and I didn't want to do the same thing at night to earn money as well. So when I saw Stream for the first time, and back when I got started, it was only energy and gas. There was no anything involved. I went home that night. I was up until literally almost 3 to 4 o'clock the very next morning, looking for reasons not to do Stream, and I couldn't find any. And like I said, it was only electric and gas at that time. There was nothing else. I made it to senior director only with energy and gas being available. So I got started 10 o'clock the next morning and never looked back. I just got started and started going from there.
All right.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Want to say anything, Paul?
No, I mean, like he said, you know, he made the decision to do something different and to check something out, because a lot of times we make decisions without knowing all the information. So it's better to know all the information.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, not everybody's going to be interested in it. Not everybody's going to want to do something different. For years, I've always had a job where I would show up, do the best I could. Even if it was somebody else's business, I always did the best I could and made sure I took care of it like it was my own business. But, you know, after a while, it gets kind of tedious, because a lot of bosses and managers out there really don't care about their employees. You know, they just, what are you doing for me lately? You know, it doesn't matter what you did for me back in the day. So, you know, I always had that passion of doing my own thing. That's why I continuously try different things to find that thing that is going to just take me to that next level that I want to get to. So, you know, that's one reason why I joined as well. So
I have somebody that I've known for probably about 35 years who was working for a big local company. I'm not going to say their name or her name. And after 20, I think it was 27 years, she got let go from her job. And it was a six-figure income she was earning. She was working there with her husband, and she got let go. Not fired or laid off. She said company downsizing. But imagine she was there for 25 plus years, and she gets let go because of company downsizing. So I'm sure that she had some sort of pension plan or something, but you know, she's my age, she's 45 years old, and now she's left with, what do I do now?
yeah.
You know, there was no backup plan. You know, when I commented to her on Facebook, you know, she said she'll stay home for a little bit. You know, they give her some money and then look for another job. But, you know, I think the best time to look for a job is when you don't need a job, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why I started my stream business 5 years ago. You want me to go into a little bit of detail of what stream's done for me over the last 5 years?
Sure.
Sure.
All right. Since I started in 2012, you know, obviously when we get started in this business, you meet a lot of already successful people, and starting to hang around a lot of these people, I started noticing some other things that they were doing to earn another stream of income besides maybe their regular job or stream. And one of them was Amazon, where you could sell on Amazon. And, you know, I part of my family's business for 28 years. I've been selling for 28 years now. So I started researching on YouTube, you know, just how somebody can sell on Amazon. And I discovered that it's just as easy to sell on Amazon as it is for eBay.
Yeah.
And to earn income, I started, you know, literally you're becoming a reseller. You're buying something low and selling it for a higher price. You look at Amazon, and then you've got eBay. Those are the two major platforms where people sell things. eBay is kind of like the garage sale, yard sale kind of side. Amazon is kind of like, you know, like the higher version of eBay, but people spend a lot more money on Amazon for the same product that you can get maybe for half the price on eBay. So I started looking into, all right, well, why are they doing that? You know, Amazon is so trusted. So I looked into it and I started selling on Amazon. You know, I started selling on Amazon in my first full year selling on Amazon. I did about almost $17,000 my first year. And I've just been building that, you know, from that point. You know, it's pretty much finding things at stores and seeing what they're selling for on Amazon. I ship all the product into Amazon. They sell it for me. They ship it. And then every 2 weeks they send me or I get a direct deposit. So I don't know if I ever would have known if that was even possible, or maybe I would have sometime in the future. But I saw another senior director doing that, and that made me curious. and I saw it as a way to earn even some more money
Yeah.
and take away from Stream. If anything, it's broadened my network to show more people Stream, which is, because I've met other people. A perfect example is I have a friend of mine, Nick, who lives in Virginia, who's actually waiting for Stream to open up in Virginia with electricity, and he wants to get started with Stream right away. He's an Amazon reseller doing about $35,000 a month, already very successful, but he's waiting for Stream to hit Virginia with energy. And he said, Tom, I'll be down here waiting for you. So it's already allowed me to plant seeds in different states throughout the country that people will get involved with Stream. That's nice, but I think the biggest thing that Stream has done for my family is my little one, who you just saw running in here. She's 2.5. My wife was able to stay home with her for pretty much the first full year she was born. So my wife ended up getting laid off from her job, just weeks after my little girl was born. And I told my wife, I said, stay home with the baby. I said, just stay home, and everything. And she was home until she was about 1 year old. And then my wife wanted to go back to work because she goes, I need adult interaction. I got to go back to work. So it allowed me to have my wife home for a full year. She wasn't working. She wasn't collecting, anything to help and whatnot. So Stream, next to Amazon, those things combined help me to make up the difference in her salary to allow, my wife to be home for that year. That's huge. If anybody knows, that is huge, because moms always want to stay home with their newborn babies. So, and I was able to, to make that happen. So, and then the second major thing it allowed me to do is about a month and a half ago, I now semi-retired from my family's business, which means I went from working full-time in the family business down to part-time. And the other days of the week that I'm not working in the family business, I'm now working Stream and Amazon together. Stream always comes first for me, though. I'm always there first for my associates. And then if nobody's asking me for my time or want to do a training on anything, then I'll do things Amazon related. But Stream is always first for me. So having, the wife home for that year, being able to semi-retire at 45 from my family's business, those are things that happen, I believe, because of starting Stream 5 years ago.
All right. Yeah, like you said, just having that plan B, because God forbid something happens and you can't work.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have disability insurance and stuff like that. Even my dad, I see him 67 years old. He works at a restaurant chef for 7 days a week still at 67. When I get to that age, I don't have to do anything except enjoy, enjoy life and just travel and do stuff. So, that's why I do this. And hopefully when I succeed in this, or not hopefully, when I succeed, that'll lead to the other things I want to do in life. So,
yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. And the one thing that, I picked up, being in Stream is as far as just the people that I've met, like yourself, Tom, it just validates, my mindset of what I want to do and how I want to be successful and how I want to be able to provide for my family, like you've done, Tom, and, be able to have your wife home for a full year with the baby, that's awesome. And, just, besides Stream, just your business, Paul, we took the credit repair business, and it's just so many other avenues, that we are able, to enjoy, all because of Stream, but I guess, people, when we're talking about it, or, I may be making posts or something like that, that's all they see is that, facade, I guess, if you will, of Stream, but not knowing the layers behind it, the people that are involved, Tom, yourself, you do great training videos, and, with your team and, George and Bergman. We have so many people that are out there that are, just willing to help you, to, crush your own dreams, whatever that may be. Tom's doing his own thing with Amazon, besides me, so if somebody else out there is looking to do, Amazon or something like that, I'm sure Tom, would, open his door to you, to tell you, what he's doing. So, but there's, that's just, a testament to Stream and the people that are in it, come from all backgrounds, and, pretty much they all have the same mindset of wanting to have, financial freedom and to be able to provide for their family.
Oh yeah, I agree 100%. I mean, we're always preaching to people about having a plan B. You've got your job, and what were to happen if you were to lose your job? What's your plan B? Well, Stream, for 5 years now has been my plan B, and Amazon is my plan C. So if God forbid, say if my family business closes up tomorrow,
yeah,
then I go to plan B, which is Stream. God forbid if Stream were to close up shop tomorrow, I already have a plan C in place, which is Amazon, which is already established, with looking at probably about doing $20,000 for 2017. So if plan A and plan B for some reason fall apart, there's a plan C, So I don't, at a couple of years ago, I had a friend of mine look at me and he said, you're kind of like an income prepper. Did you ever see those preppers on TV where they prep for doomsday?
Yeah.
My one buddy said, you're kind of like an income prepper. Like if you lose your income, you're prepared for it. You've got a plan. And I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, I almost at one point was thinking about coining that phrase, like an income prepper, but I didn't know if people would actually understand it. But you've got your regular job, and 99 out of 100 people still believe that that's going to be their job forever. And we've all seen the stores closing, the layoffs, and the downsizing. And we're smart enough to realize that that's having the same job forever probably is not going to happen for anybody. And always have a backup plan. It doesn't have to be Stream. It doesn't have to be Amazon. It could be anything, something. If you're handy with crafts or something, you could make crafts and sell them on Etsy, or Poshmark, just something to do. You go to work during the day, but then when you come home, what do? Are you working for yourself at night, or are you just coming home and then dreading knowing that work is coming the next day? So you've always got to have those backup plans just in case, because you never know. You just never know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
Definitely. And I'm always, motivated, like you said, Tom, when I get off of my job, I'm working 12 hours a day. When I get home, I mean, I get so much motivation just from being at work, not, like you said, dreading to go back the next day. That just motivates me more to do my other businesses, to grow them even more so I don't have to go back to work.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to figure out, and I forget who told me this, but it was more than 5 years ago before I even knew about Stream. You got to figure out where you want to be, and then figure out what it takes or the plan to get to that point. I knew when Stream was brought to my attention, I was looking for something. I just didn't know what it was. I was looking for something. I didn't know if it was going to come in the form of Stream or a traditional business, but something else like what I already have, or a brick and mortar store. I had no idea, but I was looking for something else, and it was about 2 years later is when Stream was brought to my attention. So probably for about 2 years, I was very, very open-minded and just keeping my eyes and ears open and listening to other people. And then it took a phone call from a friend of mine, my sponsor. It took a phone call from him just to say, hey, come on out and check this out with me. And I'm like, all right, that's it. I went out and looked and got started the next day.
Yeah, timing's everything. So, I mean, you know, it might not be for somebody now, but down the road they might say, hey, you know, I remember what those guys were talking about. Are they still in it? Let me get in contact with them and, you know, maybe help a few people out and then make some extra money for themselves on the side. So,
Yeah, I have a realtor friend of mine who said no to me when I first joined the business. Said he wasn't for him. He didn't want to do it. Had no time. And I said okay. And I ended up becoming a managing director. Then I ended up becoming a senior director, which was a time spent from when I started. It took 2 years to hit senior director. And I hit him up again around year 3. And he joined my business in my senior director code. And I was very thankful that he said no at the first time. So
yeah, you never know. I mean, you're polite to somebody one day, and then the next day they're, you know, helping you build something together. So
yeah, you can't. Whenever somebody gives you a no, you cannot be mean or rude or anything like that, whether you know them or not, because you know they're going to remember you and they're going to remember your reaction to them telling you no.
yeah,
So, you know, you've got to learn to just, you know, brush off the nose, you know, and just move on. You've got to definitely have that thick skin and not take the nose personally. So
exactly. But yeah, that was definitely, you know, very informative, and just that's why we do this, you know, just to reach out to people, you know, and bring on guests that have done this, and you know, just continue to grow. I know Daryl as well as myself, you know, that's why we reach out to people that have done this. You know, we got to kind of find our own groove, if you want to say, and just, you know, improve every day, every week. So
Daryl, you keep missing opportunities where we're hanging out and having fun. We keep taking pictures and you're not in them.
Yeah, I see that. I'm looking on my Facebook page. I'm like, what the heck? I don't get no phone calls. What's going on? Yeah, I see that. Every time you guys are out, though, I'm at work. When I see the photos, I'm at work.
Yeah, it's we're thinking about you. Don't worry.
Well, maybe this week. Wednesday or Thursday. Probably Thursday be better for me.
There you go. So yeah, but you know, I think that's pretty.
Tom, have you been to the Thursday meetings?
I have not, because as you can see, I've got my little girl, and my only available nights are Tuesdays because my wife works until midnight the other days of the week. So I'm home, you know, with the 3 kids, the smallest one being 2.5 up to almost 15. So my only available nights are Tuesday nights and usually weekends.
Awesome.
So one thing I did want to mention is I started a team training website probably 2-3 years ago, and it was originally just for my team, but a couple years ago I opened it up to everybody. It's www.myteamnitro.com. There's a lot of good trading on there. I know that Executive Director Tina Gordon directs her new associates to that website all the time. So anybody who wants to go on there and just learn a little bit more, different ways to do things. I've got scripts on there, training videos, just stuff I've learned over the last 5 years. I put either in writing form or video form just to help out anybody who's interested to go on the website, browse through it. Myteamnitro.com is the URL.
Awesome.
That helps out as well. So yeah, I think we'll probably wrap it up. I know, Tom, you got to get your little girl to bed or something. But well, we appreciate you taking your time out of your busy Monday and sitting in with us.
Awesome. Thank you.
But Daryl, you want to wrap it up, Daryl, today?
Yeah, like you said, just want to thank Tom, you know, for all the awesome information that he gave us. And, you know, as people can see, you know, it's whatever your dreams are, you know, your aspirations are, you know, there's people out there that are willing to help you get it done. You just have to surround yourself with, you know, those like-minded individuals that want to, you know, gain the same opportunity as you do, you know, maybe not the same opportunity, but, you know, going down the same road to, you know, accomplish the goals that you want to accomplish. So, I mean, Tom made, you know, excellent points about as far as, you know, his other businesses and, you know, what you want to do and why you joined. So I hope everybody out there is just really taking heed to what Tom has said and what you said tonight. You know, both had great points. So just want to thank everybody for coming. Paul?
Just be yourself, basically. I know I kind of forgot that a little bit, but, you know.
Tom, you want to close it out for us?
Oh, me? Okay. I think if I had to give any tips at all for anything on building a senior director is, one, not quitting, but two, taking action. Even if that means just as little as 10 or 15 minutes a day, you know, 1 or 2 phone calls a day, reaching out to somebody, whether it's or calling, just, you know, giving it, hear a lot of feedback. But just not quitting and taking action. Like I said, even if it's like 10, 15 minutes a day, just doing something consistently, and eventually you get to that next level. It's gonna happen. The only way it doesn't happen is if you quit. So just keep on moving.
There you have it. Thank you guys for coming out. Monday Night Solution. See you guys next Monday.
Thank you guys for having me.
Good night. See ya.